Blessed Thursday, my friends. I hope that all of you woke up with these amazing energies of love and abundance and prosperity, especially being the day where those energies, Germanically speaking, uh, are the strongest if you're working day to day, everyday magic. Um, because of that, we're going to do things a little bit differently than we usually do. I know this week, and I have been very absent. Um, there has been a lot going on. There are a lot of changes, not negatively. Everything is positive, and I'll be updating everybody as soon as I possibly can. Today we will go ahead and read a little bit more from the Witch's Herbal Apothecary, but to switch things up, we're also going to take a look at the Practical Prosperity Magic book by Ellen Dugan. If you have taken any of my money magic or prosperity and abundance magic classes, this book was in every single one of them. I highly recommend it. I will also put a link to this book in group as well. It is cheap to purchase, and it is a fantastic tool to have. It takes you through multiple deities, multiple ways that you can work on removing obstacles in your life, and finding these ways to enhance your financial independence utilizing witchcraft and magic. So we will take a look at those today. And this week, with everything that's been going on, I did not have a chance to pull our medicine heart card and for us to sit with that and work with that. So this week, I don't feel like we are supposed to be working with the medicine heart card. Instead, a lot has popped up in regards to shadow work and spiritual healing and emotional healing and trauma healing. So we're going to talk a lot about that today, especially because that is part of the purpose of this group and what I do as a spiritual teacher. I keep looking behind me because there's a few things that I want to show you guys. But we will be going through how to go about that and some of the things that we've seen pop up in this last week and how we can address those in a calm psychological state, in keeping our own sanity, and how we can enhance that with spiritual practice. Because of this, I feel called for us to sit with one of the soul mirror cards, at least for today. We'll see what the vibrations bring tomorrow morning as it comes time for us to do our next morning. For those of you who have done works with me and who have done shadow works with me, the Soul Mirror deck, you may know, is the deck that I use for shadow work. It's also the deck that I use for trauma healing and for understanding exactly where we are needing to focus in order for any type of spiritual healing. So the card that I got for us to sit with today is the card Attention. I love these cards. They're absolutely beautiful, and they do have lots of visual representation without a lot of artwork. In this one, we see a woman whose face is shrouded, a hole in the center of her heart, and these koi fish that are going around her, coming out of the heart and going around her and almost seemingly going back in. She's vulnerable to the universe, shrouded in the stars and kind of lost in the darkness. She also has her feet buried in the ground here, so very firmly planted in this idea, in this need, or in whatever energy we're giving ourselves up from. This card, the keywords here being resistant and surrendered. This has been a very common theme that I have seen this week, not only for myself, but for other people that I work with in many different aspects. Clients, friends, professional acquaintances. This energy has been really surrounding this whole week. So when we think about attention and we think about resistance, take a moment and think about what that means to you. When I first hear the word attention, I am immediately brought to self-focus, focusing on who we are and what we're doing, needing the attention, needing to be seen by others. Or maybe you seeing something more that needs more fulfillment, it needs more sustainability, and it needs to be fed. All of these are great ideas and meanings of attention, and all of them can relate to every single one of us. So then what is this resistance? What is the idea of resistance when we're talking about emotions, when we're talking about our psyche, and when we're talking about our spiritual practice? Take another moment to think about what resistant means to you in those aspects. When I hear the word resistant, I think of two things that kind of butt heads with each other at first when they come into my brain. The first one is being afraid, being resistant of moving forward, being resistant of new knowledge and new experience. This other idea that butts heads with that is the resistance of the know-it-all. I, at one time in my life, had this affliction, the resistance of the know-it-all. And that is not a professional term. That is a term that I am using. The resistance of someone who feels like they have so much knowledge under their belt that no one can tell them anything different. That no matter what, you have all of this knowledge and education and practice, that there's no way outside change could come that you don't already see. This is the resistance of being open, the resistance of being receptive, and the resistance of being reflective, which is a big part of what we teach in our shadow work healing classes. All of these things keep us from expanding, keep us from broadening our horizons and welcoming in all of this knowledge through experience of other people around us that we may not ever get personally. You are never going to have the same experience as the person next to you. It does not matter if you were born on the same day, in the same hour, in the same hospital, to the same parents. You both are going to have a different path. If you all experience the same circumstances, your brain, your spirit accepts them and understands them differently than the person next to you. Being receptive means that you welcome all of these ideas, all of the creation. It doesn't mean that you take all of it, but that you're at least processing it, that you're seeing, you're reflecting, you are expanding your experience and your knowledge by simply sharing wisdom with someone else or with a cosmic situation. That is what I think of resistance. The other word here is surrendered. This kind of tells me that this card is going to go hand in hand with the idea and definition of resistance that is the know-it-all resistance, that you can't tell me anything resistance. I've lived through it resistance. Surrendering means, to me, and I do want you to take a moment to think about it, To me, surrendering means giving the reins over, allowing things to take the flow, no longer trying to make it change, acceptance, understanding, and really like finding your comfort in yourself while you go on this ride of knowledge that you may or may not already know. This ride of knowledge and experience that helps to heal us and helps us to grow. Letting someone else take the reins, taking your leap of faith. That is what surrender means to me. So now let's take a look at this book, and I'll share a link also to this deck. This is the Soul Mirror Oracle, the See Yourself. It's created by Sunshine Connolly. The artwork is done by Anna Novaes. Another thing that I really, really like about this deck that is a little bit off of topic is that the cards are put in alphabetical order. They're not numbered, so it's really easy to work with the book itself. So what does the book say about attention? Let yourself be guided by the signals your heart sends out to the world. Trust the universe to reflect what you need to pay attention to. Let go of any resistance and surrender to the flow and the world's signals. This is a respectful and honoring gesture towards yourself and your life. Something within you needs your attention. Your heart will eternally send out signals that the outer world will mirror back to you. So take these clues and walk with them, giving them the attention they need and deserve. There's that idea of being receptive and reflective. Surrender to the flow of where your attention is drawn and follow the golden path to your light and true direction. Resistance only makes these clues louder. Resistance creates a fragment within you like a broken mirror. The universe will keep reflecting it to you until you recognize and acknowledge it. It is a self-respecting and life-honoring act to surrender to the flow of the world's signals. Feel your attention drawn to the things that truly matter, lighting the way to your authentic path, free from the shackles and restraints of fear. May your journey be lit with your light, leading you to greater wisdom and understanding. Whatever you resist persists. Carl Jung. This book, after the definition and the explanation of the card, we are given a reflection statement. So I'm going to give everybody a little homework just for today, and I'll do this myself too, and we'll share it later today, closer to the end of the day. Where or what can I surrender to let life flow through? Where or what can I surrender to let life flow freely again? How does surrendering to the flow of the world's signals bring me closer to my authentic path? So let's take a moment today and sit with those questions in our reflection and really connect with ourselves in that. And again, later on today, we will share those and we'll go through how we see that will change us. So let's take a moment before we dive into reading and just say something that we are grateful for. Just a quick little connective breath. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Reach your arms up over your head. Wiggling your fingers out to the universe. Connecting through those fingertips. And as you breathe, bring your hands back down together into Gassho, pushing the tops of your fingers closer, allowing your palms to have a little bit of space. Keeping your energy conduit full and connected. Creating a circle where we can show gratitude. Today I am grateful for the wisdom of my guides. I am grateful for my place in the universe. I welcome the teaching and guidance of vibrations with open arms into my body and spirit. I appreciate abundance, clarity, and connection. I appreciate love and wholeness. Today I will show my gratitude through this circle, through this cycle. And in this gratitude, I will allow myself the clarity to remove the negative and return only the positive into the vibrations of my life. Let it be. Good morning, my friends. So we'll go ahead and we'll stop this video, and I will get it posted to the group as I begin the next video, and we will go ahead and do our meditation and hop into our reading for today.